This is Sophie Heller, and this is an ACT English meaning and punctuation question. For this question, we see that we have different choices for our transition words. So we have yet in the original, and we have however, hence, other transition words, and we have different kinds of punctuation. So sometimes we have a semicolon, occasionally we have commas. So what we're going to want to do is to first find out which of our punctuation makes sense and doesn't cause any sentence fragment issues or issues like that. And then we can look and see which of our transition words is going to best support the author's meaning. So let's look at our sentence. It says originally, so let's mark this. The duties of the architect of the Capitol were to plan and construct the Capitol building. Okay, so here we have a standalone sentence which is talking about the original or initial duties of the architects of the Capitol. So let's look at our first choice. It puts a semicolon between this building and yet. So this is a standalone. Let's look. Yet later they included the requirement to supervise its care and maintenance. Also standalone. So this is a good use of the semicolon. So we can leave that one in. Let's look at our next semicolon. Our next semicolon gives us a however, but it's really strange in that there's a semicolon after the however, because when you have a however, it's a connector. So it would be comma, however, and then you'd have a comma here because it would be connecting the two. But you can't have a sentence that says the duties were to plan and construct the building, however. That doesn't make sense since you don't use a semicolon with however, you use a comma to transition. So let's get rid of this choice. Let's look at our next semicolon answer. So we have a semicolon after yet. So this is going to be the same issue as however. A yet is introducing a new thought, but you can't end a sentence, or in this case, a complete thought before a semicolon with a yet, because it just sounds awkward and it doesn't make any sense. It says the duties were to plan and construct the Capitol building yet. That's not a sentence because it doesn't introduce this second idea that would have to come after. So that doesn't make sense. So now that we've gotten rid of our semicolon issues, let's look at differences between choices 1 and 3 in order to look for meaning. So choice 1 we have yet is our transition word, and choice 3 we have hence. So it's more like it's kind of like a so. So let's look at our sentence. It says originally, so I'm going to pay attention to this because it's going to be a time word and tell us a bit of context. So originally, so to begin with, the duties of this architect of the Capitol were to plan and construct the Capitol. And then this part is saying later they included the requirement to supervise its care and maintenance. So if we're using this hence, it wouldn't make that much sense to say that the duties were to plan the Capitol, so they included the requirement to supervise its care and maintenance. This second part of the sentence is talking about an added duty. So we're not just going to have you build the Capitol, we're going to have you supervise its maintenance over the years. So a hence wouldn't be the right connector between this original duty and this new added duty in the second part of the sentence. So that causes a meaning issue. The first answer is going to be the best because it avoids these weird semicolon issues we saw with choices 2 and 4. And it also, yet is a good transition. It says, originally the duties were this, yet they added other duties. They completed the responsibilities of the architect. So choice 1's our answer.